everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady. I've had kind of a stressful day, so I've decided to spend this beautiful afternoon moving grit from my trailer into this area so that I can get my root pouches set up. So stay tuned for my progress. It's difficult to explain how much better I feel after just a half an hour of being outside, getting exercise in my garden. You know, it's completely reset my day, my attitude is totally adjusted. That's the thing about gardening, it's so awesome. It's not low maintenance, that's not real. Celebrate the fact that you do get physical activity from doing this, and that you can be creative, and that you can put in some of your aggression and get something accomplished in a really fast way. So now that I have this bed Chapel Hill gritted, I am going to get my root pouches set up. I'm going to do two experiments. One is going to be on concrete, the other is going to be on bricks, and on the other side I'm going to have one set up straight on the Chapel Hill grit. What I'm looking for here is to see if nematodes are able to get into the fabric bag and infiltrate the root zone. I'm always experimenting for root knot nematodes. So stay tuned for my root pouch soil cube nematode experiment. This is what I'll be focusing a lot of energy on all throughout 2020. Right, I have my two root pouches here, one on a bunch of bricks, one on concrete blocks. The aim is to just keep the root knot nematodes from being able to penetrate through the soil up into the bag and then ultimately into the roots, because this summer I plan on growing tomatoes in these and attaching them to the greenhouse and growing them over. Now it's time to fill them. Panther. She decided to not help with moving soil. So I have gotten these two root pouches filled, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a process. One of the things that is sort of missing from all of these fabric bags is like stability. I think these could definitely benefit from the addition of some sort of wire around the top. I know I've seen something on the internet about filling these and making it easier, but I didn't go back to find that DIY thing. So it was a process getting these filled, and it did take a lot of soil. I can't remember if they said these are 35 gallon. I think they might be 35 gallon. So that's a lot of soil, and it's totally unnecessary for my spring crops because my spring crops they're not deeply rooted, and you know, it's going to be like lettuce and broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and stuff. But for the summer, I'm planning on doing tomatoes in these bags. So I will need that much soil. So I'm just kind of preparing for not the current season, but the one that's going to be coming up ahead. So now I have one more bag to fill, and then I'm going to get these seeded so that I will be able to show you progress throughout the months of March and April and May. Well, that was a workout. This was a full bag of soil cube, which is 1 cubic yard, and well, it's down to about a quarter bag after filling these 3 large root pouches. Let me show you here. It's the last one in place. I went ahead and put my bare root peaches that had been shipped to me last week in these because I'm not sure where to put them in my garden yet. So I'm gonna grow them out in the root pouches for this season. I'll walk on this side. You see, this is my utility zone. And then I've got these 2 ready for cool season seed. So that'll be what I do next. And then the root pouches will be growing for the spring season. All right, I'm in my final stages. I'm ready to sow seeds. And of course, seed sowing is always my favorite thing. Basically, my entire gardening style revolves around it. So I don't have a lot of seed left because I was busy sowing it all over the winter, but I do have some carrots and some cabbage. I have some red lettuce from high mowing seeds, and I have 1 experimental brassica from my good friend Rick Grazzini. I also have some sweet pea seeds, which I'm gonna sow along the edges so that they can climb over the greenhouse. It might be a little late, but honestly, who cares? I will never know until I try. It's also really important to note that when I started today, I was stressed out. And having this afternoon to be outside, actually getting some exercise in my garden, feeling like I'm accomplishing something, has completely changed my attitude around. And I think there's a million different reasons to garden, but that in and of itself is a really important thing. You know, there's no such thing as low maintenance. If you care about something, you have to put some time and effort into it, right? Gardening is the same way. But instead of running to nowhere, just come outside and work off some steam, and at the end of the day, you can feel like, you know, your time was spent doing something that was meaningful. So I hope I've inspired you. Go ahead and invest in a bag of soil cube, get a couple of these root pouches, and then sow some seeds of your own. Have fun with it.